Namo Tata Bhagavato Arahato Dhamma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tata Bhagavato Arahato Dhamma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tata Bhagavato Arahato Dhamma Sambuddhassa. Dhammesani Pariposa Udagan Adane Nasa Upodathata Etani Pubbakaraṇa Nidānuddeso Sanda Paridoti Udokhanam Bhikkhu Gananasa Ovaro Upodathata Etani Pubbakaraṇa Nidānuddeso Upodato Yavatika Bhikkhu Kamma Bhatta Tabaga Badiyosa na Vesandi Vesaniya Sabukala Dadame na Hondi Bada Galanti Hosadi Pubbakaraṇa Pubbakesani Dhamma Bedawa Dedita Badigata Dhammagata Bhikkhu Tangata Anumadiya Pātimokkha Uditito Aradhanam Karoma Du na du me bhamde tamkho isubodhato banarato yadhi tamkata badagalam tamkho ubodhatam gareya Pātimokkhaṃ uditteya Gaindangata Pubbakesam Paridode ayatamanto arosita Pātimokkha udittetami Danda bewa danda dhadukam Duno ma manati karoma Yata diya abadi Do avikareya Adandiya abadiya Doni bawi davam Doni bhavena khobana yatamandi Paridodhati vedetami Yatha khobana bisika bodhata Vyakaranam hoti Eva meva eva rupaya paridaya Yavadadiyanudavhidam hoti Yobana bhikkhu yavadadiyam Anudaviyamane dharamano Dante abade navikareya Dambasana mudavadata hoti Dambasana mudavaro khobana yatamando Andarayi ko dhammo huto bhagavata Dadamadramanena bhikkhuna Abanena vidodha bhikkhena Danti abadi avikadava Avikada hita vadu hoti Odetan ko ayatamando nidānam Data yatamande bhausami kisaita paridodha Tudiyambi bhausami kisaita paridodha Dadiyambi bhausami kisaita paridodha Paridodhita yatamando Datamado Ewa medam dharayamiti Nidānam nethidam Dadari me sadaro parasika dhamma Odetan agesandi Yobana bhikkhu bhikkhunam deikha dasiva dhammapano Deikha abhisakhaya dhobalaya navikadawa Methunam dhammam patideveya Andamato tirisana gadayabi Parasiko hoti adamvato Yobana bhikkhu kamava arinyawa Adinam theya thingkadam adhiyeya Yatharupe adina dane Rasano sorangihitawa Haneyowa bandeyowa bhavaseyowa Soroti valoti muloti thenotiti Datharupam bhikkhu adinam adhiyamano Ayambi parasiko hoti adamvato Yobana bhikkhu tinsaisa Manodha vikahansi vita horopeya Dachaharakam vita pariyeteya Maranavanam vadavaneya Maranaya vadamadapeya Ambo purita kendom shimina babakena dosi videna Matande sivita deyoti iti saita mano saita thengkapo aneka priyaye namarana wananwa tanwaneya maranaya wadama dapeya ayambi parasiko hoti atanwato yobana bhikkhu anavisana hodari manauta dhamma attupanayikam alamariya ñana datanam thamudha sariya iti sanami iti pattamiti tato aparena dhamayena dhamanukha hiya manova athamanukha hiya manova abano vidauddha bhikkho evam variya asanami vam avudo avasan sanami apadam padami tausam mudha vilabenti Inyadara dhimana ayambi parasiko hoti atanvato Odeta ko ayatamando Sadaro parasika dhamma Yetam bhikkhu inyadaram wa abhisitawa Nalavati bhikkhu hitate Dhamvatan yatha puri tatha pissa Parasiko hoti atanvato Tata yatamande bhausami kisaita paridauddha Tudiyambi bhausami kisaita paridauddha Dadiyambi bhausami kisaita paridauddha Paridaudeta yatamando Datamado ni Ewa midam darayamiti Parasikan nethidam Ime khobana yatamando Derada dangati deda dhamma Odeta agisandi Then sedani gandoka vaitati Inyadara dupinanda Dangati dedo Yobana bhikkhu odeno Vipari nadena saitena madu kamena dade Kaya dandakam dhamma piseya Hatekahan wa venikahan wa Inyadara wa ingata paramatana Dangati dedo Yobana bhikkhu odeno Vipari nadena saitena madu kamam Dotolahi wasahi obadeya Yathadan yuva yuvate me tunupatahi tahi Dangati dedo Yobana bhikkhu odeno Vipari nadena saitena madu kamata dandike Adagama parisriyaya vanam badeya Etadakam bagini parisriyanam Yamadhi dandila vandam kalayana dhammam vyamasare Etena dhammena parisriyati Metunu padahi tena Dangati dedo Yobana bhikkhu tinsaraitam dhamma piseya Etiyava purita made purita dava eti made Zaya dhanewa zara dhanewa Andamado dinkhani kaya bi Dangati dedo Dinyazi kaya bana bhikkhu naku dengaraya manena Adamikan adoditam pamanika karitava Tadaritam pamanam Digado dvarata vidati yo dukata vidatiya Didiyanda dandara Bhikkhu binetava vittu dedanaya Tehi bhikkhu hi vittu dedetava narambanta parikamanam Dharam vese bhikkhu vittu dhame aparikamane Tinyasi kaya kutengareya Bhikkhu vana vineya vittu dedanaya Pamanam va dekameya Dangati dedo Mahalakavana bhikkhu na viharangaraya manena Tatamikam adoddetam bhikkhu vinetava vittu dedanaya Dehi bhikkhu hi vittu dedetava narambanta parikamanam Dharam vese bhikkhu vittu dhame aparikamane Mahalakam viharangaraya Bhikkhu vana vineya vittu dedanaya Dangati dedo Yobana bhikkhu bhikkhun dutto dodo apatito Amulakena Parasikena Dhammena Anudanteya Abhiva Nama Na Imama Vyama Sriya Saveyanti Dado Abarena Dhammena Tamanogahiya Manowa Atamanogahiya Manowa Amulakin Seva Danti Karanang Hoti Bhikkhu Sadho Dhammadetati Dangadi. Okay, we will pay homage to the Buddha, right? Okay. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, now I am going to talk about Pātimokkha. So we have 227 rules, but in the very beginning of Pātimokkha, in our chanting, you may also remember the Pali, right? Samajani, Badiboja, Udakan, Asaninaja, Upastrasa, Edani, Pubbakaraṇa Nidānuddeso, and so forth. So these are, we can say, preliminary actions. Then before we are going to do Pātimokkha, we have to perform all these duties. So these are only duties. So we don't need to talk about it very much in detail. As you have already known it, for example, like a summer journey, we have to clean the sima. But we have to lit the light, candle light. After that, udagam, we have to fetch water or prepare water for the visitors. Then asanina, we have to prepare the sitting place for them. So these are 4 things we have to do before Sangha arrival. So here one more thing. For example, now we are chanting Pātimokkha around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. It's actually, although we don't lit candle lights, although we don't have light, it doesn't matter because we can see each other. So at the time of the Buddha, mostly they chant Pātimokkha at night. So Bhikkhu will strike each other, and also somebody step on another Bhikkhu. That's why the Buddha laid down these rules. So this is the first part. Samajani, Pariboja, Udakasrinaja, Upastrasa, Edani, Pubbakaraṇa Nidānuddeso. This is the first part. After that, we also have the next stanza. Chanda Parisuti Udukana, Bhikkhu Kannaja Ovaro, Upasatasa Edani, Pubbakaraṇa. So these are, for example, actually after Sangha arrival in the Sima hall, before start chanting Pātimokkha, we have to do all these things. For example, chanda. So actually this means we just ask permission from Sangha. So from time to time we also ask for permission, right? We just need Sangha agreement. So, okay, here we have 2 different things. Chanda and Parisuti, 2 different things. So first we have to know who can give chanda. So usually there are only 3 persons mentioned. The first one is Gilana. The Bhikkhu would eat the sickness. So the Bhikkhu is very seriously sick. Also, he cannot sit very long time or some injury. Then he can give chanda and parisuti. Another one is the Gilanupataka. The bhikkhus who take care of sick bhikkhus. So if they have to take care of many bhikkhus who are sick or in the hospital or somewhere, they can also give chanda. The last one is the Kiccapasutta. Kiccapasutta means one who is busy with Sangha activities. That means we have to work for Sangha, doing this, doing that for Sangha. For example, here in this monastery, water facility, right? They have to work very hard for Sangha. So, okay, this is just example. Those who is working for Sangha, they are busy with many, many things for Sangha, then they can keep Chanda and Parisuddhi. Then we have to introduce how to keep Chanda. We have Pali formula. So, for the Channan Dhammi, Channan me Hara, Channan me Arojehi. Channan Dhammi, I give Chanda. That means I give my agreements, right? Channan me Hara, bring my Chanda. Channan me Arojehi. Arojehi means like inform to Sangha. So these are the Pali formula. We can also use any other language, it doesn't matter. But mostly like very important cases, such as for example, Sima Setting, for example, mostly we prefer using Pali. Right? Mostly we just ask ask him to chant in Pali, to give chanda in Pali. So that means if we give chanda, that means we agree whatever Sangha do or Sangha make decision. This is one thing. Another thing is Parisuddhi. Parisuddhi is actually like a purity or purifications. So we can say like a purity, right? Purity of his virtues. Also the same. Parisuddhi, Dhammi, Parisuddhi, Mehara, Parisuddhi, Me Arojehi. We can do the same things. We can also give like this. Then there will be a question. What is the difference between Chanda and Parisuddhi? So when we give Chanda, that means we agree whatever Sangha decides. When we give Parisuddhi, that means we also do Pātimokkha together with Sangha. So if we just only give Chanda without giving Parisuddhi, that means we don't do Pātimokkha. Right? So sometimes we just send Parisuddhi, but no Chanda, that means we just do Pātimokkha, we don't agree whatever Sangha decides. So sometimes we can also combine together. Chanda Parisuddhi, Dhammi, Chanda Parisuddhi, Mehara, Chanda Parisuddhi, Me Arojehi. We can do two together like that. So this is also one formula. This is called Chanda, right? So this is the first part, Chanda Parisuddhi. After the Uddukkana, as we have already know, in every Pātimokkha day we have to announce. Now we have this is called rainy season. Coming Pātimokkha will be the first Pātimokkha in rainy season. So there will be 4 months, right? In 4 months there are 8 Pātimokkha's. So the first Pātimokkha, 7 Pātimokkha will remain. Right? There are 7 remaining Pātimokkha. So we have to announce like this in the Sangha. Another one is the Bhikkhu Gananaja Ovaro. Bhikkhu means how many bhikkhus in the assembly? How many bhikkhus attend the Pātimokkha ceremony? We also have to announce in the assembly. So now, actually, according to the current list in Pātimokkha, we have 308 bhikkhus. But actually, last Pātimokkha only 301. Right? Previous Pātimokkha only 301 bhikkhu come. That means not 308, right? So anyway, some bhikkhu are working, that they cannot come, maybe. Okay, anyway, the main thing is we have to also announce how many bhikkhus attend the Pātimokkha ceremony. All around me, the bhikkhuni will request. Ancient time, bhikkhuni has to request for Ovada from Bhikkhu Sangha. Bhikkhu Sangha has to appoint somebody to give order. That's why some Bhikkhu must inform to the Sangha. Bhikkhu has already requested to give order to them. But now in modern Buddhism, we don't have, nowadays we don't have Theravada Bhikkhunis. That is why it is invalid now, right? Okay, now, here we are, Chana Parisuddhu Khana, Bhikkhuna Awaro, Upasasa Edani. So that means these are before start chanting Pātimokkha. Before we are going to we chant Pātimokkha. After Sangha's gathering, we have to do all these things. This is the first part we have to know, right? After that, we also have the next one, right? Sorry. The next one is Upasato Yavatika Bhikkhu Kama Pada, Sabaga Patio Jana Vijanti, Vijania Jabukala, Dasamina Hondi Pada Ganandi Ujati. Another valid formula, right? So Upasato Yavatika, that means it must be Upasata day or Pātimokkha day. So if we chant Pātimokkha in the non-Pātimokkha day, right? This is also offense. We must chant Pātimokkha only in Pātimokkha day. That sometimes we may have different day according to the traditions. For example, in Thailand and in Myanmar, sometimes Myanmar are one day late or sometimes one day earlier. Right? It can be like that. Similarly, in Sri Lanka also, sometimes Sri Lanka and Myanmar, one day earlier, one day late. It can be like that. If that kind of thing happens, what shall we do? So, which one is the more number? For example, when we go to Thailand, sure, most of the time Bhikkhu will chant Pātimokkha, right? We have to follow their tradition. Similarly, when we go to Sri Lanka, most of the Sri Lankan Bhikkhu will chant Pātimokkha, right? So we have to follow their tradition. So we have to follow the bigger number. Similarly, when they come to Myanmar, they have to follow Myanmar tradition. Okay, sometimes, even the same country, different Nikaya. Okay, for example, in Sri Lanka, Amarapura Nikaya, Ramanya Nikaya, Shama Nikaya, for example, right? 3 Nikaya. The different Nikaya may have different acceptance of Pātimokkha day. So we just visit their temple, their monastery. It depends on number. For example, there are only 10 bhikkhu in their monastery. We are 20 bhikkhu there, right? We have more number. They have to follow us. So, if they have more number, we have to follow them. So, okay, here one more thing about the same day, but different time. For example, some people, we are chanting Pātimokkha in the Sima Hall, for example, right? Some people late, they come very late. They are going to attend the ceremony. Then if very late, then they can go. Just listen the remaining part. So sometimes we have very little bhikkhus, very small group of bhikkhus are chanting Pātimokkha. Bigger group come to the monastery. We have to restart from the very beginning. These are rule and regulations. And sometimes, like, it already ends, but bigger number come. For example, right? Before all the Sangha depart, leave the Sima Hall, bigger group come, restart. We have to restart chanting. Okay, this is the way we have to follow Upasata. It must be Pātimokkha day. If we don't do Pātimokkha in Pātimokkha day, also Dukkata. If non-Pātimokkha day also is dukkha. So this is called about the Pātimokkha, right? So now we follow Myanmar calendar. I think China also similar to Myanmar calendar because we have the same New Year. Sri Lanka also have the same New Year. So in 1 year, we have only 14 Obostra, right? So mostly we have 15 days. Is a one Pātimokkha. So we have 12 months. 6 of them have only 29 days. That is why, according to Myanmar calendar, right? That's why we have only 6 Pātimokkha days are only 14th of the month. It's according to Myanmar calendar. Okay. So then we have one more thing about Uposatha. In our daily in our Pātimokkha chanting, we have, for example, like Chatuddasi, Panadasi, Samagi. Chatuddasi means 14. Panadasi means 15. Samagi means Sangha unity. If there's Sangha conflict, then we have to stop Pātimokkha because there's conflict. Now when they have unity, then in that very day we can do Pātimokkha. This is called Samagi Bhavarana. Right? Another one is we have just the 1 bhikkhu Pātimokkha, 2 or 3 bhikkhu Pātimokkha, and also more than 4 bhikkhu Pātimokkha, right? But in this case, we have to know the first one is a Adhitthana Uposatha. That Adhitthana, this for 1 bhikkhu. Then, if there are 2 bhikkhu, it will be Parisuddhi Uposatha. 3 bhikkhu also Parisuddhi, but with the Nyati. Then 4 bhikkhu or more than 4 bhikkhu, you may chant Pātimokkha. So this is called Uposatha. Yavatika bhikkhu Kammapada. Okay, here in this case, we have to know the number of bhikkhus. As we have mentioned, number of bhikkhus is also important. So, for example, actually there must be 4 bhikkhus for Pātimokkha chanting. Or 4 bhikkhu or more, right? Pātimokkha. This is called along with amount number of bhikkhus. Yavatika bhikkhu Kammapada. So Pātimokkha chanting, there must be 4 bhikkhus. The Sabhagapatiyoja Vichanti, they are mentioned. We must not have the same offense with the same rules. But here we have to say 2 different things. Vatu Sabhaga and Apati Sabhaga. Vatu Sabhaga means the same rules. Sorry? Yes, with the same rules. What is the same rules? Apati Sabhaga means the same offense. So here when we talk about Sabhagapati, it must be the same rules and the same offense together. Sometimes, for example, we have Pājittiya. We both have Pājittiya. For example, 2 people are going to do Pātimokkha, for example, right? Both of them have Pājittiya rules. But 1 bhikkhu just do Pātimokkha, break the first rule. Samajana Musabari Pājittiya, the first rule. Then 2nd bhikkhu breaks 2nd rules, for example. Right? Omasawari Pājittiya. So that means 2 different rules, but the Pājittiya offense. In this case, is okay. Although we do confections, but Abhidesana is okay. But we have the same rules and the same offense. For example, both of them have dinner together. Right? Both of them have Pājittiya offense. Then this is called Vatu Sabhaga, Apati Sabhaga. The same offense with the same rules. So here Sabhagapati means it must be the same rules and the same offense. If like this, we cannot do Pātimokkha. That is why we have to try to confess. Traditionally, actually, in our confession is already okay, because you may know, I think you have already know this our formula, right? First, junior will chant one part, then senior will chant second part. After that, junior had to chant the third part again. So we have 3 parts. So the first part, junior has already recovered from all the offense, excepting declaring his offense to the same offense bhikkhu. Then senior have accepted abadi desana from junior. There's one offense. Another one is all his offense, right? Then when he confess, he recover from all the offenses. Junior remain only one thing. Because of confession to the bhikkhu who has the same offense. That's why the last part you recite. So 3 parts, okay? Anyway, so the main thing is the way we are using, our formula we are using is okay for confessions or Pātimokkha. Even in Thai now it's the same, it's a little bit similar. Sri Lanka also similar. So now all the way we are using in the current Buddhist and currently is okay. Okay, this is about another one is Vajaniya ja Pubbakaraṇa Dasmai na Hundi. So Vajaniya means we can say like those who are not allowed to enter into Sangha assemblies. This is called Vajaniya Pubbakaraṇa. So for example, lay persons are not allowed to enter into Hatha Basa. So somebody are not allowed to enter into Hatha Basa. Right? So ancient times we also have Bhikkhuni and Samani, they are also not allowed to enter into Sangha. Then we also have the Parajika Bhikkhu, who often Parajika also cannot join the Pātimokkha. Another one is Okitaka. Okitaka can divide into 3. The first one is a holding wrong view or making offense. So the first one is they don't wish to give up their wrong view. This is also called Okitaka. Although Sangha remind him to give up wrong view, he did not give up. This is one thing. Another one is offender. They break many rules, but they don't accept as a mistakes. They don't think as a mistake. This is also called Okitaka. Another one is they don't amend or they don't cure their offense. This is also called Okitaka. So these kind of persons are not allowed to join the Pātimokkha. Another like a Bandaka. You know the Bandaka, right? Ubudho Banjana. That means again the Bansasha or something like that. Then another one is Tiya Samvasaka. Tiya Samvasaka means those who see the appearance of Sangha. They don't have Upajaya, they just wear the robe by themselves. If like this is called Tiya Samvasaka. They cannot join. Then Titiya Pakandaka, who compare to non-Buddhists. They call Titiya Pakandaka. Then another Titichana. Okay, Titichana doesn't mean like a lizard or any small things, right? Titichana means like a Deva, or sorry, Naga or Garuda. They may have power to join the Pātimokkha in the case of human being or bhikkhu. So they are also not allowed. So they are called Vajaniya Pubbakaraṇa. They must not enter into the Sangha assembly. Then it's allowed to chant Pātimokkha. So these are called Patakala. Patakala means allowable conditions. So, okay, we have to remove. We have to restart. It must be Upasita day. It must be proper number of bhikkhu. Also, they don't have any. They don't make the same mistake with the same rules, right? Also, no more unallowable people are in the assemblies. If we have these four, this is called Pubbakaraṇa, along with conditions. When we have all these conditions, we can do Pātimokkha. So the next Pali wise is very simple, right? You have Pubbakaraṇa, Pubbakaraṇa, Samapitawa, Disita Patikasa, Samakasa, Bhikkhu Sangasa, Upasa, Anumitiya Pātimokkha Udisido Aranan Karoma. We have this Pali, right? So this one is very, just the declaration to Sangha. We are going to chant Pātimokkha. We have already finished all these things. After that, we have Nyati. Sunadu me bandi Sangha, Ajuposato Banadaso. This Sangha Sapatakalan Sangha, Uposatangariya Pātimokkha Udiseya. These are only Nyati. So, if we have 4 bhikkhu, we can do all these things. After that, we have to continue all the Pātimokkha chanting. So with the first part, we have Nidāna. And the Nidāna is mentioned, right? Sammajana Musavaro Kopanayasmando Andaiko Hudo Bhagavata. With this passage. So that means, so if we want to clear or beautify, we have to confess. Because sometimes we are in the Pātimokkha, in the Sangha assembly already, but we have offense. We remember, oh, I haven't confessed. I haven't done Pātimokkha. Sorry, PATVDH yet. What should we do? We just talk to nearest bhikkhu. Okay, after Pātimokkha, I will confess. We can inform like that. It's allowable. Okay, one more thing here. When we are chanting Nyati, Sunadu me bandi Sangho, at the time just listen, don't say anything. Don't recite anything. Because it reminds us, Sunadu, listen to me. It doesn't mean repeat after me or chant together with me, right? So out of respect to the Sangha, whenever we are chanting Sunadu me bandi Sangho and up to right? Evam Vedan Dharayami, especially like in ordination Kama Vacha or Kathina Kama Vacha or many other Kama Vacha, Dharayami, up to that part. Don't talk, don't repeat, don't chant together. Just listen. So now here in the same way, in the Nyati, don't say anything, don't recite anything, just keep quiet. Keep silence. After that, if we have offense, we can talk to nearest bhikkhu. I will confess after Pātimokkha, like this. So in the Nidāna is only one thing, Samajana Musavara Dukkata. So in the Bhajitiya it mentioned, Samajana Musavari Bhajitiyam. If we cheat knowingly or if we tell untrue things intentionally or knowingly, is a Bhajitiya. But now here in the Nidāna it mentioned Dukkata. What is the difference between these two offenses? In the case of Samajana Musavari Bhajitiya, it is a bhava actions, We say what we should not say. That is Bhajitiya. In the case of Nidāna, Pātimokkha reciter remind the listeners, if you have offense, please beautify it. Please say it. He reminds us. But we don't say. So two different situations. Samajana Musavare, that means we say what we should not say. In the case of Nidāna, we don't say what we should say. That's why it's a dukkata. Okay? So, in every part of Pātimokkha, it will ask 3 times, Pucchami Kacchita Parisuddha. Dutiyampi Pucchami Kacchita Parisuddha. Tatyampi Pucchami Kacchita Parisuddha. It asks 3 times. If we are clear, keep silence. If we are pure, keep silence. If we are impure or if we have offense, trying to say to somebody nearby, it's okay. Right? This is the way we have to do in Pātimokkha. Now the first part, right? So, I plan to finish Pātimokkha I don't know how long it will take. Okay. Today I will stop here. Then if you have questions, then we will continue discussions. Huh? Almost every day except in Upasara day and before Upasara day. And you have two days skip. Upasara day, no, today Upasara day, right? Yesterday, even Upasara day. 2 days I will not give interview. Or other days I will give interview. Okay, 5 days a week, sure. Okay, so every day, every Upasara day, we will continue, right? If you have question also, later you can also, write down later. Okay, now if no question, we will stop here, right? Yeah, we can use microphone, but this one is not working. All are broken. That's why next week we must be ready. Okay? Video recording. Why we need video recording? Audio is good enough, right? Right? If video recording only you may see only my face, right? Not that much useful. Okay. Then one bhikkhu come later. Yeah. I see. Okay. In this case, okay, if we know they will come, we have to wait. We have to wait. So it depends on intention, Sometimes, schism, right? Sangha Veda. So that means, for example, like we don't like that bhikkhu, right? He's immoral. It will be exception, right? For example, like 3 bhikkhu dislike him. He's immoral. That's why you just do by your own way. It doesn't matter in this case. This is exception. He's also a good bhikkhu. We need to respect the bhikkhu, but maybe come from different tradition, for example, right? That's why we just try. We don't wish to communicate with him with wrong intention. If we have wrong intention, it will be offense again. So if we have right intention, okay. Yeah, we have to go fast. It doesn't matter. 3 bhikkhu is only nyati, sure. So the same traditions. Also, here's a we need to respect the bhikkhu. Now we have to wait until he comes. Okay. Okay. Or some too late. I see. Okay, in this case, it depends on situation. Okay, we can adjust. We cannot know many things on the way, right? I see. Okay, so actually we must not leave it intentionally. Right? This is the one thing, right? So although he didn't come, it doesn't matter. Bigger number, So, for example, like after chanting Nyati, he may arise in the Sima hall. It's also okay, no problem. He can listen together with Sangha. He can also complete Pātimokkha. It's okay. Okay, now? Okay, so now we should stop, right?